You're stronger now than you ever been. You gotta leave now, it's time to catch the wind. You will climb up high and look through the clouds. And when you're feeling low, I know you'll bounce back. Oh, and just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call me. Just call me. Just call me. Just call me.
And welcome race fans to the My Dog Cheech 200 from Iowa Speedway, Round 8 for the All-American Racing League Truckers Feed America Cup Series, brought to you by Top Sail Trucking. Tonight's race brought to you in part by I apologize. Let me just fix that logo here. It's the My Dog Cheech 200. It's brought to you by our one and only Johnny May driving the 00 car tonight. Apologize for that graphic mix-up. He's opting to hand the spotlight over to his best friend Cheech. So shout out to his dog here tonight. Presented tonight by April Dawn 09 on Twitch. Check them out. Huge shout out to them. Appreciate that. So tonight, I'm Cliff up in the booth alongside with Emily. Emily, how are you tonight? Yeah, well, happy to have you back. Hope we're glad that you're feeling well again, and big shout out to you for coming back. We're back at Iowa, short track racing here tonight. Let's go ahead and bring up our qualifying results. Jackson Carr is going to take the top spot here in the 57 machine. Patrick McQuaid's going to roll off second. David Lorfano the third is going to roll off third. Johnny May is going to start fourth. Lilith Peters is going to start fifth. Nathan Christensen will start sixth, with Kyle Purcell starting seventh and Adam Agerstein starting in the eighth position. Ronnie Uberpacker going to start ninth, and Sean Purcell is going to roll off 10th. We don't have you on broadcast. I'm going to fix that in a moment, but no one heard what you said, unfortunately. But let me get that sorted out. Well, hopefully we got Emily. The green flag is out. Jackson Carr, Patrick McQuaid, David Lafano, Lilith Peters, the top 4 are going to take us to it. Emily, I'm hoping that we got you back on broadcast.
I believe we do.
Looks like we do on my end. Jackson Carr shooting out from a cannon right now, leaving Patrick McQuaid in his dust.
And 200 laps here tonight, folks. It's gonna be a long one tonight. Yeah. As we got Patrick McQuaid gonna be second. Jackson Carr's gonna be first so far with holding a decent gap, I do say so.
Yeah, the gap now almost a second. 0.8 back to Patrick McQuaid in 77. Battling side by side with Lilith Peters there for second place, but McQuaid having a little bit of a blinking issue and some internet issues. And right behind him, the 00 and the 8's going to get together. But the 77 now pulling off to the bottom. That's going to give Lilith Peters second place. And McQuaid is going to have to drop out here. McQuaid has had some really bad internet issues in the past couple of weeks that he's been battling with, and it's really unfortunate for him running in some of the top 5 in points. I have to go check to be sure, but that's going to be huge for him. Looks like he drops back to 19th place. The caution's going to come out. Looks like Larry Garnes having some trouble here as we're on lap 5 of 200. Caution flag will fly. Let's see if we can jump back and see just what happened to Larry Garnes here. We see him below the 14. He's just going to get loose on his own. Going to try to catch it. Amazing job by the couple of drivers there to split that 20 car and miss a huge wreck right there.
And that is one thing at this track is you got to be careful with what you're doing so you don't get loose like he did. Trying to save it at this track. I don't know if you remember when these cars first came out. It was kind of hard to save these. It felt like the car just snapped back into wherever you turn your wheel and you could not save it. And it's still somewhat at this track. I'll let you go ahead.
Yeah, that's really what it looked like right there with Larry Garnes in that 20 machine. He got a little bit loose, tried to catch it, and sometimes you catch it, but you catch it a little bit too much and overcorrect. And I really want to highlight, though, I'm not even sure which drivers they were, but there was a driver on the top and bottom of that 20 car when he went around, and that could have been a lot worse. So hats off to those 2 drivers for avoiding that 20 car. Lilith Peters here, sitting in second place. You got the 77 out of the way. I don't want to say out of the way, but he's out of the way. And I think that Peters has a really good opportunity here to pass Jackson Carr here for the lead. What do you think?
I haven't been at this track in a hot minute, so it's definitely gonna be, I don't know. It's gonna be an interesting race, as again I mentioned when we started. We have 200 laps here. I think the most I've done is maybe 150. So it's definitely gonna be a long one here tonight. One thing these guys and gals will have to do tonight is keep that car straight and not overcorrect. If you overcorrect in these cars, you can already say your car goodbye.
Well, very well said. Let's go ahead and see if we can get a word from our race control. If I could actually get him into the right room here. As I drag him around like a baby dog. Corey, how are you doing tonight? Our race control for the race. Kind of exciting here so far at Iowa, but we got a long way to go. What are you seeing from your perspective?
Saying it's pretty good racing so far. Hold on, I gotta give Patrick an EOL.
All right, fair enough, fair enough. Having a little bit of a problem there, Mr. McQuaid, is with his internet, isn't he?
Yeah, that's been an ongoing thing, I guess, for a little bit. So
Yeah, he's been
hopefully he
fighting.
gets it all cleared up before the playoffs.
Speaking of playoffs, I appreciate you saying that. We got the top 12 drivers here tonight. We're going to go through to the next round of the playoffs as the pace car dives off. Mr. Race Control, I'll send you back momentarily. We'll pull you back in here as we get through the race here time and again, but appreciate you for all you do. Just want to give you a shout out and thank you for keeping this race under control, or this season, really.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
So that's Corey Bodnott doing the race control duties for the All-American Racing League Cup Series. Go ahead, Emily.
As Jackson Carr pulling out a lead again of almost half a second. Definitely a fast car out here tonight. He's definitely put time in at this track, and really, this is one of those tracks where you really can't go in without practice. I know I've attempted to do that a couple times, and we won't talk about that. And it was an interesting race.
Well, practice at any race. Well, let me back up. No practice at any race is probably a bad idea. Just like you, I've learned that firsthand. Going into a race where you really haven't had any experience at or any practice at all, it's just going to be a bad time. You know, and you got to put your time in if you're going to be fast and be competitive, which our top drivers here, Jackson Carr, Kyle Purcell, and Lilith Peters, our top three, are able to put down some fast laps here and have some top 5 runs. But without any practice, you're really not going to do very well, and you're not going to be competitive enough to be on a podium position or even, you know, run for a top 10 at a place like Iowa.
Yes, that is one thing. I know I'm guilty of it, of not being able to get time into practice, but not every track you do need a practice. I mean, like, let's say Talladega.
Sure, of course. No, you're not going to need to practice at a super speedway.
Caution is out.
Caution is going to fly. Not sure why we've got a caution.
We might have to get race controlling for it.
Yeah, we might have to consult our friend, Mr. Corey Bodnott. Race control. Let's actually do that. Let's grab him. Hey, Corey, it's Cliff up in the booth. How are you?
I'm pretty good again, Cliff.
Well, we're a little surprised at this caution coming out. Any insight on this?
He just, when he came back across the field, it impeded a lot of drivers' momentum and the hard contact to the wall.
What car, if you don't mind?
The number 000.
00. All right, 10-4. I appreciate the insight. I'm glad you're here, and we could go back and take a look at that.
Okay.
Johnny May, you got anything for us, Emily? You seen anything?
I'm just see a little bit of right front damage. You can see the body line's not lining up right there. But other than that, nothing much.
Yeah, must have had some.
Oh, nope, that was a lot of damage. He just took his fast repair.
Well, he's got the famous Amos Cookies car, and that 00 is Johnny May. If nothing else, we thank him for sponsoring tonight's race for the My Dog Cheech 200, as we talked about at the beginning of this race, as he hits the cone coming out into pit road, or off of pit road. 15 laps are in the bank. Big shout out to Johnny May for sponsoring tonight's race, and hopefully his dog is watching at home. His dog Cheech, he decided to name the race after his dog. The story there is he, tossed up the cash to pay for the race and didn't really have much time to think about what to name it, and at the last moment he's going to dedicate it to his dog. So I, for one, appreciate that. us are at SM Racing Media. We love animals, and we surely love dogs. So that's really cool. It's actually a first for me to have a dog sponsoring a race. But hats off to the 00, Johnny May. Thank you very much. Unfortunately, not a great run here tonight so far. Hopefully he gets a little luck coming his way and can make up for some of these downfalls. But so far, all eyes have been on the 57 car of Jackson Carr. That's a great racing name, I have to say that. Running the Chevy up front in that 5.7. It's got Kyle Purcell and Lilith Peters rounding out your top 3. David Lorfano and Nathan Christensen are going to round out your top 5.
Did you notice that we are missing another driver here tonight?
Well, I'd have to quickly scan through the drivers and...
Cameron Harris is not here tonight.
Yes, Cameron Harris. He's actually, so the viewers at home know, he's flying home. He's trying to get there. He had unfortunately had to get stuck at work. You know, this isn't professional race car driving. You don't do this for a living. You actually have to have a job to pay for this. So Cameron Harris unfortunately had to work late tonight, and he is trying to get home to join this race, but probably be in soon, but not going to unfortunately be a factor here tonight, as the pace car will dive off as we come across the line for lap number 18 of 200.
Jackson Carr takes up to take that high line, which seems to be where people want to go, just to be able to arc that corner to be able to get a nice run coming up for the turns 4 and 2. Yes, I said that backwards. It's okay.
Yeah, the 10 of Kyle Purcell using that high line and trying to make a pass on the 1 of Lilith Peters, fighting for second place right there.
Yes, and both cars this season have been really fast. I believe everybody has their own little track that they have put so much time and effort into, that they become the fastest car out there, and that's really what it takes, coming in every week, in and out, to be able to compete with a lot of these cars.
Yeah, looking here at about 7th to 9th place here, fighting hard for top 10 position as Peter Terrio, Joshua Hetrick, and David Hara. A lot of these drivers are fighting to make sure that they stay within that top 12 to have a chance here at the championship. Again, top 12 here tonight will go on to the next round.
Yes, sir.
When we get to Indianapolis, I believe it is.
Yes, sir. And I will mention we have 5 tire sets for behind the pit wall and 1 tire set on these vehicles tonight. So definitely, they have, I'd say, maybe 1 tire set to spare if they're saving them correctly. I'd say every 50 laps you take tires might be pushing it.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough. I think I like the way this is gonna play out. I think tires aren't. I don't think you're gonna be able to rely on your tires tonight, I think is what I'm getting at. I think with only 5 sets, you know, really the one you start with and then 4 left, you really gotta keep those tires on that car. You can't just be changing them every pit stop. You're gonna want to have a set left in the pits for the end of this race, and that's kind of, you know, that's gonna really handcuff you to your strategy, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I bet we will start seeing them come around down lap 50. I will say tires at this track, it's a hit or miss. You can save, you can lose, just like gambling.
Well said. Well, so going through the field here, Jackson Carr currently in the top spot in that 5.7 out of Des Moines. Big shout out to him for leading this race so far. Every lap so far, gaining those bonus points. Kyle Purcell's holding on to the 2nd spot in 10th. And he's gonna have Lilith Peters just behind him, about a 2.5 seconds back to the 3rd position. Sean Purcell in that 04 is holding on to 4th. He's up 6 spots from where he started in the top 4 of the race. David Harrow right behind him, about 7/10 of a second back for the top 5. He's up 8 spots. Pretty good run for the 15 car here. David Lorfano the third in the 8 machine, running 6th. And about 1/10 of a second behind him, sniffing that bumper, is that number 3 car of Nathan Christensen, the only Canadian here tonight. Everybody else here from the US and A. Peter Terrio in 8th in that 6 Ford. He's up 8 spots as well from where he started. Chad Snyder in the 26 machine. He is running 9th. He's up 2 spots from where he started. Pretty decent run, holding on to a top 10. Christian Delgado running the 16 Ford. He's up 2 spots from where he started, up to 10th place. Right behind him, about a 10th of a second. Right on that bumper is at 25. Joshua Hetrick. 67 of Justin Horton right behind him, running in the 12th spot. He's up 6 spots from where he started running this Chevy. Travis Rodriguez in the 7 Toyota, currently running 13th. Right behind him, we got Jim Hubble in the 51. Pretty good race right here, as we got Hubble and Angerstein running for the 14th and 15th spot. Johnny May right behind them, the sponsor of tonight's race in the 00, famous Amos cookie car, always making me hungry on Tuesday nights. Full disclosure, I gotta run and get a snack when we're done here because of this cookie car. Jeremy Flanagan in the 72 car, running 17th. Patrick McQuaid in the 77 18th. Rodney Uberpacker in the 19th spot. Then we got Larry Garnes here rounding out our 20th. Tyrone Yohe Jr. in 21st, and Scott Leonard Da Vinci not on track right now, and holding our 21st spot. And meanwhile, back up front, we got almost a 2-second gap over our top, or the number 2 car, Jackson Carr, leading this race. Kyle Purcell in second. And then it's about a 0.9 to a second gap behind to Lilith Peters. As we run lap 32 of 200, we're going to take a moment here to pay some bills and jump side by side. Don't go away. You won't miss any of the action. We'll be right back.
Drivers that took time, all of them within 3.5 tenths of each other tonight, is going to be a very closely competitive race.
As the field works its way out of the 3-4 complex, the only thing that's left to say is wipe the visor, adjust the 5-point safety harness, because race fans, it's showtime!
Amazing looking cars already. Green flag will fly.
Oh, the rocket!
Well, one thing that you're going to see at this track that we haven't seen the last few weeks is a surface that's multi-group. I think this is the first multi-group surface we're going to have.
After an amazing race at Daytona, we now come to the West Coast and Auto Club Speedway in Fontana, California for the second.
Back live at the racetrack as the 1 car, Lilith Peters, was going to take over that second spot from Kyle Purcell. Had to jump back. That was a huge pass for the number 1 of Lilith Peters.
Yeah, it definitely is. Definitely did not see that coming this early. So they are coming around. I say pit window is I'm just throwing this out here. I don't know. Looking like Bristol, what, 60 laps, maybe more?
Well, maybe.
It's kind of hard with this track.
I was hearing earlier 45 to 55.
Okay, I was still close.
But I think, I think that's more. I think that's gonna come down more to the tires.
Yeah.
You know, and I think you could probably go 60 laps, 50, 60 laps on a tank of fuel, but by the time 45 gets around here, those tires are just going to be letting go, and you're really going to wish you had a new set. But I think like you said earlier, a lot of these drivers are going to try to stretch it to that 50 mark.
Yeah.
And try to, stretch out those tires. I think for me, what I'm really feeling in this race is that those tires are going to be the biggest factor of this entire race all tonight.
Oh yeah, it looks like they're running currently 25s now. They've had almost a second and a half to almost 2-second fall off since the start of this race.
So is your yeah, go ahead.
So not bad, but those tires are definitely wearing down. So we're definitely probably going to see a lot of green flag pit stops around lap 50. 50 to 60 is where we're going to start seeing cars coming down, wholesale pit stops, and so on. As 54 car getting high, blocking up the 10 and the 6 car, making them slow down. Definitely got a battle for, I believe that is 3rd, 4th, and 5th. All of those positions.
Yeah, and that 10 car.
6 car is blocking.
That 10 car had a big bobble there too, and then the 6 is gonna block him, and yeah, Kyle Purcell there in that 10 is really having a hard time keeping the rear wheels under that car. And I know that 6 is blocking just a little bit, but I think he saw what was coming and really had to do what he had to do. Peter Terrio in that 6, just to mention this, he's up 10 spots from where he started this race. That's going to be our biggest mover of the race so far. As we're at lap 40, we're only about a quarter of the way through this race, so we got a long way to go. But the 6 is on the move.
I mentioned the gap that Jackson Carr currently has to the field. A huge gap. I think it's getting like almost a 5-second gap from the whole field. Something like that.
Yeah, he's up
2 seconds from Lilith, but still.
Yeah, Lilith, you gotta look past second place. Jackson Carr to 3rd place is now 5 seconds ahead. You are correct.
So definitely putting rubber and heat down on those tires going around these corners, but it also doesn't help with these cars battling it out back here. It's starting to slow them down.
Peter Terrio side by side with that 4 car Sean Purcell as they come across the line. Just a big shout out to everyone at home watching live. I really appreciate you guys. Almost 40 viewers here tonight. Really kind of a little bit weird that you aren't active in the chat. So say hello. Let us know who you're rooting for. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying the show. As Peter Terrio is up now 13 spots to that 3rd
You said
position.
How many viewers?
We got almost 40 viewers here tonight, Emily.
Interesting. On mine it says 12.
I got 37 views here. Live concurrent, of course, is
okay. That works.
Not quite. Yeah. Okay. We're skewing the numbers just a little. But the point is, you're watching at home. Let us know who you're rooting for.
Interesting. Ooh. Jack's car definitely starting to get that car a little loose. Now this is where the tires are starting to come in. And I know myself, even running Daytona, you go on the outside line and you get draft, you can definitely get your car extremely loose. I've had that happen to me countless times. So these cars definitely have to be careful, even on a fixed setup, to not get too loose and have that back end fall out behind them. Jackson Carr now pulling.
He's
what?
Really,
7-second gap, something like that.
Yeah, he's putting. I don't want to say he's schooling the field, but he's definitely putting on a clinic here tonight.
Now, the real question is he like full sending it? If he isn't full sending it, then it's gonna be an interesting race.
Yeah, he may be eating up those tires. I mean, we're hitting
That
lap
is true.
50 here now. No
Definitely
one,
gonna probably see more cars possibly come down.
yeah, no one in the top 8 has come down, and only one car in the top 10 has come down on lap 5. That's going to be Justin Horton. So this is going to start, you know, you've got to come down soon. Yeah, here we go.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Ooh,
Oh,
no,
no, the leader 57 is going to almost go around getting into pit road. He'll straighten it out. Lord
That's
help
another
us.
thing that they have to be careful without entering. Oh my God.
Oh, that was stressful right there. Lilith Peters is going to stay out on racetrack one more lap at the very least.
You can definitely tell that those tires were gone from how he just slid there.
That's what we're talking about. You know, the 50 laps into this race is
Ooh,
going to be
Lilith
really
almost
hard.
slid there too.
She's doing the same thing. Oh,
Lilith
she's going to miss
missed it.
pit road.
Oh my. Is that gonna bring out a caution?
No, she is off the racing surface. Let's see what is going to... Let's keep our cameras on Lilith. She's going to back up and get
Another
into pit
car
road.
misses pit road.
This is just very indicative of what we have tonight in Iowa. This is a very hard pit stall to get, or pit road to get onto, and we've got some very old tires. So some of these drivers are on some real used up rubber trying to get way woed down under green flag conditions, and
I don't think they expected that.
No.
Ooh, another car just missed pit road. Where is it at? I just saw another car just start sliding in there. I can hear from my in-game chatter as well that they're saying, anyone else missing pit road?
yeah, pretty wild right there. Nathan Christian's going to grab the top spot as he stays out. We've got David Lorfino, Larry Garnes, Christian Delgado on pit road, Chad Snyder and Jeremy Flanagan. Shout out. Oh, all kinds of craziness happening on pit entry.
I
Shout
think
out.
he hit the wall.
He may
Like-
have. I mean, this is just mayhem right here for some of these drivers. Our thoughts and prayers go out to you that want to come on pit road. Good luck with that.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be interesting all night to see. Yeah.
Just some wild pit road action.
Oh, Bernard lost power. I didn't realize that
no.
the 14 car is actually out of the race.
14 cars. Scott Leonard going to be out of the race here. Lost some power at home. You know, that's we talk about it all the time. That's part of this virtual racing that we encounter. Sometimes you lose power. I mean, sometimes you trip over the Ethernet cord and you lose internet. It happens.
Oh yeah.
David Hare in the 15. He's going to be holding on to the top spot, but he's still got to pit. Also is Kyle Purcell in the 10 Toyota.
So I was about right, roughly 60 laps. That was a really good guess.
Yeah, 60 laps, but I want to stress that it's a 50 to 60 window.
Oh yeah.
You know, 60, if you can go 60 laps on your tires here, you've done a really good job
Oh.
at saving.
Are we gonna see another one?
Yep. It's so hard, it's so quick. 15 of David Harris is going to get into trouble.
That's gonna.
He's going to back up and get on pit road, though. He's going to do the right thing.
A lot of cars.
I have a feeling that I would panic and I would just kind of just go around one more time.
Honestly, I would just follow that, external pit lane, go around one more time. Definitely, there might be a reason why that's there then.
Yeah, it's probably something we don't know. That's just I think pit road really comes up quick here. We talked about it earlier, Millie, that it's just a really weird layout. It's not, I mean, it is an oval. Don't get me wrong.
Yes.
But it's got like these weird corners that just continue to turn, and then all of a sudden pit road is just there.
So, fun fact, I live less than maybe 3 miles away from this track right now. So,
Oh, fantastic.
I definitely go to this once in a while. And if y'all want to go to the truck race that's going there possibly in October, looking for some friends.
Emily will be signing autographs. That's what I heard.
But yeah, definitely an interesting track. I know IndyCar went there, what was it, July 19th, I think it was?
Yeah, an IndyCar here, I mean, must be just amazing. The blazing fast laps.
Just
Double
think,
zero getting into it with the leader right here.
Ooh. Imagine hearing these cars from your house.
Sorry, not the leader. I said the leader. He's actually in second, Jackson. Go ahead.
But yeah, definitely some battle between the 57 and the double zero car. Double zero car is gonna be down there, having a rough night tonight, but trying to get up there. Probably just trying to run simple right now, as I believe they have used their fast repair.
But you know who's having a great night? Cheech.
Yes.
I bet Cheech is just chilling on a nice dog bed with this
Maybe eating
race
some
probably.
cookies.
Yeah, he's probably got some cookies. Get the race up on a big screen as Johnny May is in his rig running this race, and or the dog's just chilling next to Johnny, rooting him on.
Honestly, yeah. I've been thinking about putting up a cat cam. I know it's a different animal, but
That's okay.
cat cam. I'm gonna
We
be
love
that
cats
lady.
Too. We love cats too.
But definitely out here tonight. The leader is still Purcell. Jackson's car is about 8 seconds back. I feel. Has everybody already come down pit lane, or are we still waiting for a couple people to come down?
So Kyle Purcell in the 10 Toyota is the only car on the racetrack who has not pitted yet.
Okay, and he pitted lap 5, you said, right?
No, he's coming in now, but he has not pitted yet. Kyle Purcell has pushed his tires to 64 laps.
Okay, so 64 laps, so we'll probably see cars coming down around maybe 120, 125. Is when I think we'll see more cars coming down pit road.
Yeah, I think if you're gonna push it, yes, 120. For me, I'm as I hate old tires. I can't stand it. I hate having to fight the car, and so by the time I get to another 100, when I get to 100, I'm gonna be crying for tires. So if these drivers can make it to 120, that is just unbelievable.
I refuse to race this track. I ran ARCA cars at this track before they did the whole update to it. No comment. You know
That's
how
fair,
ARCA
that's
cars
fair.
are. You know how ARCA cars are. They can be an interesting car to drive. Imagine seeing at Iowa running the D class.
Shout out to Alicia in the chat looking for a cat cam. Emily, we might have to set this up.
I mean, I can, yeah. I mean, my cat is on my bed. I do got a cat tower. We might have to.
We'll work on it. Well, for now, I think what we're going to do is we're going to go side by side. We're going to pay some bills. You won't miss any of the action. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Drivers that took time, all of them within 3.5 tenths of each other tonight is going to be a very closely competitive race.
As the field worked its way out of the 3-4 complex, the only thing that's left to say is wipe the visor, adjust the 5-point safety harness, because race fans, it's showtime!
Amazing looking cars already. Green flag will fly.
Oh, the rocket!
Well, one thing that you're going to see at this track that we haven't seen the last few weeks is a surface that's multi-group. I think this is the first multi-group surface we're going to have.
After an amazing race at Daytona, we now come to the left coast and Auto Club Speedway in Fontana, California for the second round of the Way She Goes Racing League Cup Series.
Back live at the racetrack. I want to give a shout out to David Lofano III here in the 8 car.
Currently running second.
Yeah, grabbing that second spot.
Definitely green flag pit strategies definitely shake up this field with how many cars have missed pit road. I don't think he was one of those cars that missed it, but Kyle Purcell pitting that late, I think kind of did not go in his favor. With now him being a lap down. That's another thing you also got to gamble as well too, is should it stay out? Will it help me? In this case, I don't think it helped him, but it might in the long run.
It definitely didn't help him right now. You're right. It might.
I think it's actually going to help him in the long run. Yes.
Because he's going to be one of those drivers that can stretch the tires out, and we talked about it earlier. Having a set of tires left over in the pits for the end of this race is going to be really important.
Yes. As Patrick McQuaid is currently in 9th. Definitely working his way back up here from what the problems he has had. As the battle in front of the 10 car, the 57 is going to get on the inside. I believe that is the 9 a lap down car. I believe so. Ooh. No. But lapped cars are definitely coming up on the leaders. 3 wide action between Purcell. Purcell is looking to unlap himself from the 57 car. Definitely fresh set of tires out here tonight, as the 6 is going to be battling with that 04 car for that 3rd and 4th position. Still battling just to stay in the lead lap as Purcell is now... Purcell? Wait. Yes, Purcell. I just realized that there's 2 Purcells on this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there are 2 Purcells in this race here tonight.
Kyle Purcell is battling to get his lap back and is now on the lead lap. My apologies.
That's okay. You know, it happens. There are 2 Purcells in this race, and you are talking about the 10 in 14th. The other Purcell is running in the 3rd position.
I know.
I want to say it's a father-son deal, but I can't.
We gotta get them in the booth.
Yeah, you know what? That's a great idea.
I think that would be a good idea. We gotta see what's going on with that.
We gotta find out who's the father, who's the son, right?
Yes, or that just makes me extremely curious and wants this race to end so I can figure out.
Well, we'll grab them. At next caution, we'll grab one of the Purcells. If you're a Purcell fan out there,
now send your hate mail over to Cliff.
No. No, it's Emily at Simracing.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Send your hate mail.
And the cat cam. Definitely gonna think about it.
You have some cat cam fans. I'm not gonna lie. So let's
I got about 5 cats, so you want a cat cam for each one of them, or how do you want to do that?
We'll have to have a side meeting to figure that out. We'll get that worked out. Let's go ahead and for now we'll take a look at our drivers and where they stack up. We'll run through the field to see where your favorite driver is running. I know we've got Zorko Nation in the chat. Hopefully we get Cameron Harris into the race. I know he was rushing home to get into it. And we'll go ahead and run through the field here. Jackson Carr is going to be currently, and I think has led the absolute most laps here tonight. So he's gonna definitely gain some bonus points. Behind him, about 4 seconds back, we got the 8 car, David Lofano, running second. he dives down below the 7 car there. Peter Terrio is up 13 spots to 3rd. Now, Terrio in the 6 Ford, he's our top running Ford. He's also our top mover of the race, as he's up 13 spots from where he started this one.
Guess what? I found out. They are brothers.
Oh, okay.
Some rivalry between them definitely going to be this season. It's going to be
John
interesting
Purcell,
to see.
the 04, brothers of the other
A
Purcell.
10 car.
Who's that 10 car here? He's back in 9th, Kyle. So Sean, one of the brothers in the 04 Ford, he's running 4th.
You know what this reminds me of? The Kurt Busch and Kyle Busch brother rivalry.
Yes, very, yeah, absolutely. So who's the older brother?
Yes, that's a good question.
That's really what matters. Lewis Peters in the 1 car running 5th. Our current points leader, I'll throw that out there. As Lewis Peters comes into this racing first, about 108 points ahead of 2nd, David Lorfano. But moving on, Nathan Christensen in the 6th position, running that 3rd car. I'm sorry. The number 3 car running the 6th position.
You got it.
Numbers are hard. Patrick McQuaid in the 77, actually, working a really great position here for what he faced earlier.
And is still facing.
Yeah, definitely still facing a glitchy
Somehow
internet.
we'll get a good finish.
He is in
Hopefully.
7th right now, and I don't know how they're allowing that. Let's just move on. Justin Horton in the 67's up 10 spots to the 8th position.
Caution is out.
As caution is gonna fly here, it looks like Angerstein in that 9 car having some
Interesting.
trouble.
Ooh, I think they broke a toe link.
I mean, this car is fragile. I know that they talked about this car being really repairable.
Nope, they did not. It just looked like it.
I made that up, didn't I?
It's still hard to see if they can, if they break a toe link in these cars sometimes.
I feel like you tap the wall with your wheel and you're done.
So, funny story, right? I was running Bristol in these cars and another league we call SNN, Sunday Night NASCAR. So, if you know, if you keep up with iRacing updates, they mentioned that they keep up. Ooh, yeah, it just gets loose there.
Yeah, he got loose and had
Saves
nowhere to
it.
go but into pit road. And while he did save it from some other cars getting into trouble, he definitely found that outside wall.
Yes, sir.
Wholesale
But yeah,
pit stops happening.
as I mentioned, yeah, so there is progressive damage. I don't know if you've been keeping up with iRacing updates, and if you have, you should know that iRacing recently added progressive damage model to all cars. So, meaning with these cars, if you keep on rubbing that outside line with that right front, eventually you can just break it off without barely even touching it. I had that happen at me with Bristol, and it didn't go pretty well.
Yeah, what you're talking about is really
It's
in
that
my-
toe link.
in my
Gotta be
mind,
careful
though,
with.
it's really realistic. Because let's face
Oh,
it.
yeah.
If you continue to bash on that wall lightly, even lightly, just over and over again, it's gonna continue to
Yeah.
add on to that damage, and that's really realistic. And
Oh yeah, and that's what I love that iRacing's starting to do now. Not just the ARCA cars, but now with almost any new cars that they put in this sim, had really amazing damage model. I think this is
Yeah.
one of the better sims out, like the best sims out there. Yes, it might be on the expensive side. We don't talk about.
money is
but-
no object.
Yeah, but it is one. I mean, I'm gonna bring this out there. IRL race car drivers use this to practice before their race. I mean, it tells you they're doing something good. So,
I know it's not racing related, But someone wants to know the name of all your cats. Just saying. Just saying. 92 laps of 200 are in the back. We're almost to halfway.
I mean, I could send some pictures.
I think maybe you should, reach out.
I got 5 cats. Yeah, you can call me a cat lady, but like, cats are amazing.
They absolutely are.
And dogs, okay? I have a dog too. Don't think I'm just a cat.
Speaking of dogs, shout out to Cheech. Remember, we're all here for Cheech.
Yes, Cheech, that lovely dog. But yeah, no, I got 5 cats and a dog. Currently, my dog is, I think, going around, 12 years now old? I think we've had him since he was a puppy. He's definitely getting up there in that age. Then, my first cat is my queen of queen cats, Calico Kitty, Sophia. Perfect name if I say so myself.
Agreed.
Then we got little chubby cat, same age as 2 other of her siblings, Oscar. If you see him, you're gonna say he's not the same age as them. Yeah, he is. But I'll finish it later as the pace car lights are off. 57 car, Jackson car is your race leader. Pitch is going to start going down into pit lane, and we're about to get ready to trigger off this race tonight.
The Jackson car and David Lofano are going to ride that front line there. Pace car is going to take the hard left turn off. Carr and Lofano are going to take us to the line as the 57 of Jackson Carr shoots out from a cannon once again. He's just got those restarts timed so well.
Oh yeah. And this does reset that field and allow Purcell to be able to get back up into those high positions. You know he was first in that car to be able to get back up there.
Lofano holding off that 04 of Sean Purcell in third. And we got David Herr and Nathan Christensen rounding out our top 5. As we run about 95 of 200 here tonight in the My Dog Cheech 200. Sponsored, of course, by the 00 of Johnny May. Lilith Peters here trying to work her way back to the front as we see her back in. She's really marred back into 13th, but she's got some fresh tires, and she's going to be able to, slice and dice through the field and make her way back to the front.
As almost 3 wide back there is what I almost saw, if I am correct. Definitely battling out back there to be able to move up in position as Will Peters is working on the inside of that 11 car. Both teammates, actually, I believe. If I am correct.
You are correct.
Definitely not going off of past knowledge that I hope is correct. But both teammates battling it out for that position as 2 wide back behind her between the 67 and 7 cars. Inside line is going to be that fast line, but if they can run that outside line, they can make moves. Lois Peters having the fast car, though, and be able to get around 11. Go ahead, Flip.
Yeah, she's definitely got a fast car. We saw her in the front early on.
7 car in the wall.
7 car is going to be in the wall. Let's take a look at him as he's slowing down now and dropping back.
And that comes back to that progressive damage model. If they do that, keep on doing it. I've had times where my toe link wasn't broken, but like it wouldn't steer the car.
Yeah.
So my tire's still going straight, and that car definitely has damage. As you can tell, it's definitely pushing up. The 70 car of Patrick McQuaid isn't doing too bad. Currently 7th still.
Gone are the days that you could tap the wall and be okay
Oh yeah.
once or twice.
Not anymore. Not
No.
anymore.
If you're the type of driver who just can't really get off the wall, which I will definitely be. Look, I'm a better broadcaster than I am a driver. I hit the wall a lot.
I say 50-50 for me.
I like it. Perfect. That's fine. And you know, every time you tap the wall a little bit nowadays, it's just going to continue to add on to your damage, and I really like that. And it's going to help me be a better driver. Just keep it off the wall and just try harder, you know.
So, if it does keep on going green, I'm looking at one more pit stop roughly for all drivers out here. If they push it to lap, I think lap 150 is where they need to be at.
And we saw them really try to push it. I think some of these drivers really wish that they could push these tires as far as they could possibly go and hopefully keep a set in the pits, because we don't know what's going to happen when we get to lap 200. We don't. It's Iowa. It's a short track. It's just under a mile. And by the end of this thing, tempers are going to flare. Some of these top drivers are really going to wish that they could just get it done. But some of the drivers more towards like third and fourth to sixth, they're going to be hoping that something happens later on in the race where they could get an advantage. And we might see, you know, some more take and give when this thing's over.
Oh yeah, definitely. As Purcell, if you notice, there is one spot between the two brothers. Gonna be interesting to see those two brothers battle it out tonight.
Yeah, you got David Heron in 15.
I feel like it's coming up very soon.
And they're all, I mean, you could throw a sheet over them. They are within a second. And actually, third, fourth, and fifth are within 0.2 of a second. So as we are past halfway, we're going to go ahead and step aside here for Sim Racing Media. We're going to go side by side as Jackson Carr continues to lead and dominate over the 8 and 04 of the final with Marcel. We'll go side by side. You won't miss any of the action, and we will be right back.
Drivers that took time, all of them within 3.5 of each other tonight is going to be a very closely competitive race.
As the field works its way out of the 3-4 complex, the only thing that's left to say is wipe the visor, adjust the 5-point safety harness, because race fans, it's showtime!
Amazing looking cars already. Green flag will fly.
Well, oh, they're wrecking!
Well, one thing that you're going to see at this track that we haven't seen the last few weeks is a surface that's multi-group. I think this is the first multi-group surface we're going to have.
After an amazing race at Daytona, we now come to the left coast and Auto Club Speedway in Fontana, California for the second round of the Way She Goes Racing League Cup Series.
Back lap at the racetrack. 57 of Jackson car continues to dominate. As we're at lap 115, 200. So the 5-7 Jackson car currently 1.7 seconds ahead of David Lofano III. We'll go ahead and run through the field here. Sounds like a great time to do so. Talked about car. Lofano in the 8 car in second position. Right behind him, we get the Sean Purcell machine, the 04 Ford. Our only Ford in the top 5, in our top 4. Right behind him, we got brother Kyle Purcell. We confirmed that they're brothers. We're not sure which one's the older, which one's the younger, but they are brothers, running 3rd and 4th. One runs a Ford, one runs a Toyota. No hate here. David Hara in the 15 machine, up 8 spots. He is running 5th. Patrick McQuaid, all right, despite all of his internet issues, is able to run 6th, and it's really important to him because he's running for a championship, and every point matters. Nathan Christensen going to run 6th right now, and Lilith Peters, as this, I'll call it a gaggle of cars, fights for 6th place. This is like a 4-car battle for 6th.
Ooh, some contact between the 6 and 3 car. As the 6 car is hunting down Lilith Peters, but with them battling back there, I believe that allowed Lilith Peters to be able to take off away from them.
I have to say, I'm surprised that they're letting the 77 of McQuaid kind of run this out. I get it. He's, let's see, he's 7th in points. So it's,
I do understand that, yeah.
yeah, it's really important for him to be here and fighting for the championship, but he's very blinky, and I think that at some point you have to call it.
We'll see what race control has to say possibly later, but we're getting around 20-30 laps to where you know, that green flag stop, the money stop will come down to where they can make it to the end.
Yeah, it's funny that you talk about the money stop. We've got about 80 to go, and the last time some of these leaders have been on pit road is lap 89, 91. So we're getting to about 10 to go in the window that we've been seeing tonight, and it may very well be 30, 130, 40. It could be the last.
Caution.
Oh, yellow's gonna fly. Christian Delgado.
Interesting. This definitely still shakes it up, but still one more pit stop left if you think about it. Some contact between the oh no, just close. I think I know what happened. I believe the air got taken off of the 16 car.
Yeah, that will definitely do it. You know, the air will create a pocket between you. It's that or net code, you know.
I think that's exactly what happened. Yeah, you can see that car back end start giving out. 20 did nothing there, just got that car loose, and at this track that is something you can do, and that 16 car did do good, but still tapped that wall. He locked it down, which was a good thing to do, but yeah, interesting. Still, I believe we will still have one green flag pit stop in for tonight, as we are working 125 out of 200. Even not even number, but you know what I mean.
Absolutely, of course I do. Let's go ahead and
75 laps to the good. So they're on that thin line of can we make it, can we not? They still have one pit stop to do, so that definitely changes up that money stop of when everybody's gonna start pitting and if they're gonna hope there's another caution.
So I was gonna grab our points leader, Lilith Peters, and get a word from her. But I'm not seeing her in a live voice chat, so unfortunately I can't do that. But I'm really excited for her. You know, we've talked about her a lot this season, and for me it's because last season we saw her run a really small handful of races, very limited time, part-time schedule, and I think she won some races. She's really dominant. And now she's here running for a championship. Currently 6th in this race. She's first in the points coming into here, and she's doing really well. And I really think that this one car is gonna have a say at this championship.
Oh yeah, 100%. I have absolutely no doubt in the fact that she will have a say in it. She's been fast every single track, even the road courses, he's been on top. So yeah, do we have another road course on the schedule? I do not know. Let me double check. I don't think we do. We do not.
We won't go back to a road course.
That's interesting.
I do like the road courses. I won't lie.
I feel like it makes it, I know it can be boring, but it makes it schedule more fun, shall I say.
It's only boring for us watching and calling the race.
It makes the schedule fun.
If you've ever been behind the wheel of a race car at a road course, whether virtual or not, it is very exhilarating. And
yeah, you gotta turn right.
not only that, but you've got to use your brake. You've got to use your shifter. You've got to really pay attention to more than just 4 corners. It takes a lot of brain power. And for me, I like that. I like brain power. But I am surprised to not see a road course here in the last 8 races here of the All-American Racing League Truckers Speed American Cup Series. We do have some really great racing coming up. After tonight, we'll go to Indy. We'll go to Richmond. We'll go to Bristol. We'll go to Richmond. We're gonna do a lot of short track racing here before we get to the championship round. We talked about the top 12 making it through tonight. Championship round is going to take us to Martinsville. It's going to take us to Talladega, Rockingham, and then we're going to finish our season here for the All-American Racing League Top Sale Trucker Speed American Cup Series in Michigan, which I really love. Michigan is a great racetrack. It's going to be perfect
as the pace car jumps down.
A championship race. Pace cars. Go ahead.
8 cars in the lead. New leaders. This is up. Now it's going to be interesting to see if it stays like that or if Jackson cars are going to want to keep it up. Will Peters up high. Problems with the race. Oh, under caution again.
Caution.
Interesting. Get race control in here for that.
a bad idea.
Get race control in. Give me one moment.
I got him. Corey, what happened?
Well, Patrick is blinking like a Christmas tree, and there were some
really is.
choice
Oh.
words. There were some choice words on the EOL part there for him.
Okay. Yeah,
So-
we gotta probably get him off the track, huh?
Well, we might the next warning here.
All right, copy that. We'll send you back.
Well, hold on. Let me explain the last caution on the double EOL. I've never had to do it before until now. First off, I wasn't going to call the yellow for Horton until like last minute, and Delgado decides he wants to spin out. So they both got charged with the EOL there.
Interesting.
All right, copy that. Well, listen, we really appreciate you being here, taking your time off from your regular day-to-day and hanging out and race controlling for the All-American Racing League Trucker Speed America Cup Series. Appreciate you. We'll grab you back later on and keep on doing what you're doing.
Yes, sir.
Corey Bodenot right there, running our race control for the night. Doing a fantastic job. I will tell you right now, race control under these conditions is not fun. You get beat up, you get berated on, and you have to make some tough calls. So my hat is off to Corey. Let's see what these last, what do we got, 70, 60 laps to go.
Ooh, it's gonna be a close one. You said English is hard right now. The longest run we've seen so far was 64 laps. We're coming down to around 68, 67 left. Now the real question is, will people pit? And maybe try to save fuel? I don't know, 'cause we saw them coming in, what, 64 laps?
Yeah, we saw
him.
Purcell pushing to 64 laps,
And we don't know if you could go longer, so it's a chance they might be able to go longer than 64 laps. They might be gambling right now.
yeah, they're definitely. There's gonna be some drivers in here that are gonna gamble. You have to. You know, we're at the cutoff point.
I think I would have just pitted.
Some of these drivers are gonna throw a Hail Mary.
Yeah, definitely changes up the game right now if they still need to reflect this out.
I mean, we'll see. There could very well be a clean race from here on to the end, about 70 laps. And we may have to see some green lap pit stops. But we may get a caution. And
I think that's what these guys are hoping on.
I think a lot of them are. I think a lot of them are going to hope for a later caution and get their probably one of their last set of tires in the pits. Get a maybe you get a fast repair in your back pocket.
I do know the 16 car doesn't have a fast repair. Actually, no, that's a 00 car. 16 car, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, these cars are actually pretty clean from what we inspired about the green flag pit stops that they had.
Yeah, for sure.
As pace lights are off the pace car rolling down the backstretch. So now, I'm gonna read you through your lineup really quick. Gonna be first place right now, David LaFrano on the 8 car. Second's gonna be Jackson Carr. Third's gonna be David Hera. Fourth's gonna be Kyle Purcell. The two brothers back to back, fourth and fifth, as the pace goes about to get down into pit lane.
I'll tell you
Sixth
what.
is gonna be Parrott.
These guys are stacked up. They are ready to go. This is it
They're ready
right
to
here.
rock and roll. A-car doesn't jump the start, but gets a really good start off the field. Goes on the outside line. Gonna try to cut it down.
Yeah, he got a big jump there. know, he saw this as an opportunity to
Jackson
get
Carr is
everything
running for
he
it,
can.
though.
He is. Jackson Carr is
It's
obviously going to run for it.
a
That's
battle.
his fastest car of the night.
He's going to be working on the outside line. Gets on the outside back quarter panel. Going to be side by side racing for the lead. 8 cars are going to be on the inside. 57 going to be outside.
He's going to bring that 10 car with him.
Oh yeah, 8 cars going to be running down that bottom line. That midline's going to be fast right now. And it's going to allow the 10 car. Caution is out.
Johnny
Everybody will be able to make it from
McQuaid.
here on out.
Oh, we got a bunch of cars in trouble here.
Uh-oh.
Johnny May.
Your car might be out of this. I believe they already used their fast repair.
I don't know where to begin. I'm going to be honest.
I don't either.
Johnny May, Patrick McQuaid, Joshua Hedrick.
Maybe run it back from the 0-0 car and see what happened.
Yeah, let's just go back.
0-0 car already has damage. I think a car just went low. Ooh, blinking. The blinking machine. It wasn't McQuaid that was blinking, was it?
The 3 and the 0-0 are going to get into it, and the 25 is on the bottom, going to get collected.
That looks like a lot of net code if you look at it. Net code between the 0-0, the 3 car. The 25 and 0-0 wasn't net code, but the catches up the 67. Ooh, the
biggest implication here is the Jackson.
This is
the 5-7.
Guess the 9 car, the 2 car. Patrick McQuaid.
I don't like it.
Oh, that 9. You want to check the 9 car perspective from the inside?
Really big mix-up. Jackson Carr was involved in that. What's going to happen with that 57 car?
Oh yeah, he always has a fast repair. You want to check the inside camera of the 9 car possibly and get a a position from there and see how he thought. He definitely was involved in that. He has to have some damage.
Yeah, we can definitely go inside of the.
If we have a camera, we should have a camera on the helmet.
We got the 9 car here. In car, we're going slow-mo.
Oh yeah, you just see that on the left. At this point, he doesn't know what to do.
Yeah, it's one of those situations where there's a lot going on. And
3-wide situation gets turned.
yeah, it looked like he got some help from behind. He's going to get turned.
Interesting.
I'm really concerned about 57 here, Jackson Carr. We saw him involved, and
he still has a fast repair. Mind that. I haven't seen him come down and use it. So,
but
is he gonna want to use it or save it? Is the real question.
That's absolutely the correct question. And I think at this point, if you have a fast repair and any damage at all, you take that fast repair.
I'm surprised nobody's pitting. I would expect people to pit right now because you can make it to the end right now.
It's close, though. I think it's too close.
Well, if you think about it, Jackson Carr made it 64 laps. We're hitting that 140 mark. That's 4 laps already shy of what he made it. If my math degree works correctly.
Wait a minute. You have a math degree?
No, I wish.
Oh, okay. Are you working towards a math degree?
Working to go to college still. Looking out right now. I'm almost done with high school, so.
All right. Well, do your best and try hard.
I might go for a math degree. I mean, I do like math. I might become a math teacher. Imagine me teaching kiddos.
That would be great. You know what? More power to you.
I don't know.
Do what you do. If it involves math, more power to you, because you're right, math is hard and it's a pain in the butt. So if you enjoy math, go with it.
This is definitely going to be an interesting finish. If they did pit now, they would be able to make it to the end. But their tires wouldn't be able to.
No, you're right.
That's the only thing that they really can't make it to the end. They still need tires. That's why I would have said, you know what, pit now, then just come down for right sides. But that's just me. These cars have a different strategy. Pace lights aren't off the pace car. I'm going to turn 4. Pace car's going to dip on the infield. Jackson car got the trigger and the Geico restart and pulls the trigger, pulls out in front of him. A little backup between the 10 car and the 6 car. Going to bring it almost 3 wide to that corner. Thinking better of himself. Going down 3 wide between the 8 car and 6 car, looked like.
I don't know if anybody has anything left for this 57 car of Jackson.
I don't think so. Yeah,
this is his race to lose.
Yeah, it really is. Let me rephrase that, actually. The 10 car. 10 car is going to be the best bet to be able to get past that 57 car. We've already seen it happen. 10 car is definitely running his race and attempting to get past him, but I don't think it will happen. I don't know. Time will tell tonight. Ooh, as the 10 car gets into a wall. Gotta be careful with that, as we did see before that he did tap that wall, so can't do that too many times, otherwise consequences will happen. As Jackson car is pulling almost a half-second gap.
Caution.
A second gap, and caution comes out. Gonna be on Travis Rodriguez is gonna be the one that has wrecked. Sadly, gonna be the number 7 car again, if I am correct. That's what my thing's saying. Might have to go back and watch it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Rodriguez here. Let's take a look at the 7 Toyota here. He's up 5 spots to let's see, 16th spot.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Almost
7 car
3
getting into
wide
the
there.
8 car.
You got the 8,
Ooh,
7, and the 00.
I think that was netcode again. Had to be, right?
I don't know. I mean,
Ooh, that poor 16 car though.
that was really close racing right there. I think 3 cars were very well within their rights to where
Yeah.
they were.
I think
And
that might have been netcode.
there was some air. There was some netcode. It was
Netcode is
really
real
close
at this
racing.
track. Kind of getting the Darlington Stripe, but it's called the Iowa
I'll
Stripe
tell you,
now.
the 7 car, the 7 car got the worst of that as he
Oh, yeah.
ends up backwards on the racetrack.
Coming to get a fast repair, it looks like. That left front getting buffed back out with that fresh new car. Now on by time, if I do say so myself. I know I've had that sometimes where I've got wrecked and I've had to use my fast repair and be on by time. Thank God for that magical fix button, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And that was really hard racing right there. We were 3 wide, and that's you know, back in the mid pack there, and so that just tells you how passionate these guys are, these guys and gals in this league, to run here and just race for whatever position that they could possibly get.
Oh yeah. As we are going into lap 147 of 200, we are almost, I believe, going to be 148 or 150 when we go green. I think 148. We'll see. 149. Math is hard right now. But definitely going to be getting into that, you know, time where we're almost done with this race. We're going to have 50 laps to go. It's going to be a 50 lap shootout if every car pits and take tires now, but we're able to make it to the end. 57 car not choosing to go down pit lane, surprisingly.
Pace light should turn off here.
Not this
No, we're
fast.
gonna have one more to go.
2 to green. There's still
49.
2 to green.
Yeah, we'll
So
get.
150, yeah, 50 lap shootout.
Yeah, we're gonna have 50 laps to go when we get back to green flag racing. And this is gonna be very exciting. I do not want anyone at home to count this out. You are gonna get some of the best racing that you have seen here this season long.
Oh
in
yeah,
the
that's
next
the short
50
tracks for you
laps.
though. That is short tracks. You get a caution like enough to make the fuel window and tire window.
We're
You know,
also-
runs see a lot of battle.
We're also counting on the top 12 here. So
Actually,
you got to remember.
Let me
we're-
take that back. The top, what is that? Top 9 have not pitted yet. The top 9 pitted lap 124. We might have a green flag run.
We're going to have 50 laps to go. And we are going to chop everybody below the top 12. We're going to go into Indianapolis next week with the top 12 in the championship running. And this is it. If you're not there tonight, you will get cut off. So we're going to see a lot of really hard racing, you know, like 10th back, because every spot counts tonight.
As the pace car lights are off, pace car dips in, 57 got the trigger, gonna be in the Geico restart. Pulls the trigger, gonna be pulling out in front of the field, gonna go on to see that outside line. We see that every single restart by almost everybody, gonna be going down low. 6 cars gonna be going down low, gonna be double back behind them. 10 cars gonna be working the outside of the 6 car, gonna be making some moves. 57 car objection cars gonna be able to start pulling away due to them fighting back there. That's the thing that we see at almost every track though, is cars fighting back there will allow that first car to be able to pull away, especially at these short tracks. As Lotus Peters is now in a 4th position, looking to track down that 6 and 10 car. This car's going to be getting back on that outside line, trying to make a move on that 10 car. And again, battling between that 10 and 57 car. I think that's going to be the two we're going to have to look at the end of this race, is
And-
them two battling out.
And Peter Terrio in that 3rd spot right now, our top mover, and 13 spots up from where he started. Peter Terrio has made a big run here towards the end of the season and sits 8th in the point standing, so he has a big opportunity here tonight to make up a lot of spots and you know, take away some of that lead from Peters, Morfano, and Cameron Harris. We haven't talked about him much tonight. He was sitting 3rd tonight, and he did not make this race. So that's
It's going to be
have
close to see if he makes the playoffs.
huge
And-
points change right there.
Next week, we will be going over who made the playoffs as points get posted. So be on the lookout for that at the start of the race. Me and Cliff will definitely be going over that. Definitely some tight racing right now with 154 laps. And looks like to be top 8 or top 7 pitted lap 124. Still having to have to come down pit lane. Then we got... It's like Patrick McQuaid went down pit lane at lap 138 is your closest come down pit road. So definitely gonna be interesting to see if people are pitting or if they're waiting on that caution.
And we will definitely have to see as this race starts to wind down.
Some two-way battle between Lilith Peters and the 04 car of Sean Purcell. Definitely some battling as Lilith Peters is going to be attempting to make that inside line work, but we've seen now out tonight that that midline is where you want to be if you're able to get a good run off coming out of turns 2 and 4. We've seen that here now every night, but if you can also run that bottom line really well, I know myself can if I put practice in, and it comes back to practice. Definitely Lilith Peter doing her best to be able to make a move on that 0-4 car as they are starting to pull away. Just remember, 3 to 4 second gap, the top 10 is within the leader. That is pretty close.
That's very close, considering this is Iowa. Just under a mile track. And
not even a mile, if I do say so.
Yeah, what I would consider, obviously we all consider a short track, and it's very quick around here. You know, it's a weird layout. It's not something that we're really used to. These turns here, I don't know how to really portray it, but you turn and then you just keep turning, and it's like the turn never ends. And the straights here, front straight and back straight, they're very short, and there's more turns, I think, than anything else.
Oh yeah, this track, wrecking, I hear it. Will it bring a caution out? I don't think so. I heard wrecking. No. I heard wrecking somewhere. As we still stay green. I do have my little in-car radio on my hip right now, so I can hear what these drivers are saying. That 10 car is definitely trying to battle the 57 car, trying to make a move on him, but with Jackson Carr running the line that he is running, I don't think it'll happen. We've seen him all night be able to run that same line and be able to keep a good space between everybody on this track. Car still making some moves. Definitely closing in that gap though. Running now a 0.2 second gap. It is increasing, but it also is decreasing at the same time, and that's something we see definitely here at Iowa. But definitely now we're gonna start increasing that as the 10 car, I think, just says, you know what? I'm just gonna let him burn his stuff up, and I'm gonna try saving tires, because we're coming down to that point where those leaders didn't pit till lap 124. So they're definitely gonna have to come down pit road and pit and get fuel and tires. So everybody, I believe, out here on this field besides David Lorfano and Joshua Hedrick, and I believe 2 more people will be able to make it to the end without having to deal with fuel. So David Lorfano going to be definitely moving up into the top 8 right now, working his way back up there. Yeah, definitely can be able to make it to the end, but will his tires make it to the end?
Yeah, Lorfano pitting looks like at 145. He's got the best advantage. You're absolutely right. We'll see if it lasts. We're at 166 of 200. We're gonna jump side by side one last time and pay some bills. We're gonna be right back. You won't miss any of the action, and of course we'll be right back after this.
Drivers that took time, all of them within 3.5 tenths of each other tonight is going to be a very closely competitive race.
As the field works its way out of the 3-4 complex, the only thing that's left to say is wipe the visor, adjust the 5-point safety harness, because race fans, it's showtime!
Some amazing looking cars already. Green flag will fly.
Oh, the wreck-it!
Well, one thing that you're going to see at this track that we haven't seen the last few weeks is a surface that's multi-group. I think this is the first multi-group surface we're going to have.
After an amazing race at Daytona, we now come to the West Coast and Auto Club Speedway in Fontana, California for the second round of the Way She Goes Racing League Cup Series.
173 laps of 200 are in the bank. Jackson Carr continues to run a clinic here tonight. Peter Terrio is going to be up 14 spots as our biggest mover of the race to second, with Lilith Peters, our current points leader, rolling third.
Sorry about that.
You're all good. There's Jackson Carr. He's got a almost 2-second gap ahead of Peter Terrio and Lilith Peters, our top 3 drivers. We got David Lorfano running fourth, and Kyle Purcell is going to round out our top 5. Field here, but before we do, Peter Terrio and the one of Lilith Peters are going to fight pretty hard here for lap 180 of 200. The one car of Peters is all over the bumper of the 6 of Peter Terrio. We've known Terrio to be a little bit of an aggressive blocker, which is fine. I'm not going to judge.
Lilith Peters now in third, though. Definitely making some moves up 2 spots. Peter Thayer up 14 spots, our biggest mover. Jackson Carr still in first. Now gonna have like a 2-second gap between first and second. Battle between Lewis Peters and Peters there gonna be working hard. Lewis Peters gonna be working hard to go on his outside. Lewis Peters gets into the wall. 19 laps to go. We are working in 2.5-second gap between first and second place. Your battle for place right now on track is between Lewis Peters and that number 6 Peter. Lewis Peters gonna be working on the inside. He's shoving up the 6 car to be able to make it work.
Yeah, you
6 gonna have to go high.
You talked about that high line though, and it really working here at Iowa. So I think that 6 had the advantage there, but now it looks like the 1 car is gonna look towards that high line and try to make that work for her. We talked about Jackson Carr. He's up 3 seconds, so this is the biggest fight on the racetrack right now.
Yes, sir. As we currently have, I believe, 15 cars on the lead lap. Larry Garn's going to be the first car to go down pit road. 17 laps to go. Lewis Peters just touched that wall. Just got to be careful with that. Then we're going to start seeing cars come down pit lane. I don't think they expected it to go green this long. So definitely going to be interesting to see first takers down pit lane and when, because they definitely can't make it from lap 124. Now, David LaFond is going to be coming up on Lewis Peters, going to be looking to battle it out between those. This is your battle for position out here on the track. 3 cars battling for 1 position, 6, 1, and 8 car.
That 8 car about 3/10 back from Peters. He's looking on this battle right here for what would be second. And
Side by side.
He's just hoping that they make some mistakes right there. Am I right?
Oh, yeah. And Lewis Peters is definitely going to be burning up her tires trying to get past that 6 cars. She's been making it on the inside line, but she hasn't been able to get a good enough run coming off of that turn, which is really hard. Definitely running that bottom line and not being able to run up and carry out that momentum. So as they're coming up on the lap car, the 51 car, I believe, went down pit road as well. Or I believe it's just a lap car. And caution flag does fly out. 14 laps to go. Definitely can see wholesale pit stop's going to be a really good battle coming out. 25 car.
Hetrick going to have some trouble here. Looks like one of the Purcells here, Kyle, also involved.
I just had one of the people from...
Let me take a look here. Purcell in the 10 and the 27.
77 just pushed him out of the way.
Very, very slightly, though.
I think it started with the 77 car is what I think happened. Yeah, looking at it, it looks like the 77 car gave that 10 car a little push, sent him into the wall. Hopefully he has a fast repair. That 25 car had nowhere to go. Hits them straight in that. Ooh, massive hit. Definitely going to break that toe link on that 25 car. That toe link is definitely broken.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely going to be in the infield care center after that.
That's very possible. But I think we did talk about, in the next opportunity we got, we wanted to talk to.
You want to pull race control here by chance? And get their take on it.
We could.
Up to you. I mean, we don't have to. I don't know. I don't know if I want to, though. With what I'm hearing on my onboard radio, I don't know if I want to.
Yeah, I wanted to actually grab
Jim Hubble
points
choosing
leader.
to hop out. Points leader, I believe, is it still Lilith Peters, or did that change up from last week?
No, our points leader is Lilith Peters, and I wanted to talk to her, but I
don't see.
I think what I'm seeing is
They have a Kaiju Cat Motorsports.
yeah, I think Kaiju Cat Motorsports is kind of playing this, like, you know, covert operations.
I think so.
We're gonna hide from everybody, and we're gonna be on our own level, and I get that. I like it. Unfortunately, we can't talk to them, so that's fine. But let's see who else we got here. Peter Terrio, we can actually grab him.
I can grab him for you if you want to. Yeah, you got it. Nope.
Peter Terrio is Cliff and Emily in the booth. You got us?
Yeah, I got you guys.
Hey man, pretty eventful race here tonight. You're sitting second right now. Do you have anything for that 5-7 car?
You know, we'll see. I think I do. I haven't really been, you know, pushing on the early runs most of the night. It's just been, you know, saving. So I think now that I get a chance to push, we'll really see. But the nerves are definitely pumping here.
Yeah, I can imagine. 10 to go. We'll send you back. Pace car lights are off. You're gonna get doubled up. You are gonna start on the outside of the front row, and you've got every opportunity here for a good position to win. Good luck, and hopefully we get to talk to you again on the podium.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Well, there you have it. Peter Terrio sitting second right now. He's up 14 spots from where he started, man. That's huge. Big run for the 6 car. Hopefully he can make something happen here tonight. We're looking at the point standings right now. He's sitting 8th. So if he can get a win or even really just finish top 2, top 3, that's going to be huge for him as the pace car dives off. Green flag will fly.
25 car in our infield care center. We'll take a look at that a little bit later. And 57 car again on top of his restarts. He's doing that all night. Definitely want to possibly get him in the booth. If we get a chance. Nope. You wanna? Nope. Some battle between the one.
No, just let him run it. Let him run it.
Yeah.
6 cars chasing down this 57 machine. He's about 3 seconds back. David Lorfino in 3rd in that 8 machine.
Caution is out.
7 laps to go. Caution's gonna fly. We got Joshua Hetrick and Kyle Purcell involved.
Well, there goes back to my thing. You want to pull Joshua Hetrick back in the booth from the infield can center.
Yeah, he's back in the pits already. Let's take a look here. Let's see if we can get a word from him. Hold on.
Joshua Hetrick, this is Emily in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
So what's going on? That was a really hard hit. Definitely had to rattle your case there. I know you really hit that 10 car pretty hard.
Yeah, not the way I wanted our day to end or to screw up Kyle's race there. I don't know what was going on in front of him. Like a car kind of going in and out, but just not having much luck here the last couple races that I've been running after being off. So thought I was going to have a good shot at a top 10 there, and guess other things had priority.
Yeah, you were definitely running a really good race out there tonight. Do you have anybody you'd like to thank?
I'll thank all the guys over at Assault Motorsports. You know, we've had a struggle year, but we're starting to pick things up there at the end. And then our sponsors, War Lawn Care, Capital Sign Company, and Apex Design. So we'll see if we can get something figured out here with the races coming up, and hopefully do a little better than what we've been doing.
Yes, sir. All right. 5 laps to go. I'm gonna let you go back out there. Maybe try to get some damage fixed. Maybe mop up some spots.
We're out. We're done.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna send you back to Instant Care Center so you can get back with your team and
Sounds good, guy.
possibly help them out. You have a beautiful night, sir.
Yep, you too. Thanks, guys.
Unfortunate for that machine. We'll jump back up front. Jackson car, that 57 Chevy's just dominant all night. Who can beat this car machine? Emily, is it Peter Terrio? Is it David Lofano?
It's anyone's race, but Larry to lead lap. He is in it for the win now. Interesting. Larry Garnes of 20 cars back on the lead lap is now in it for the win. It's gonna be interesting. He has to move up 13 spots to be able to win. There's another car in contention. We got 14 cars on the lead lap. Jackson's car is going to be running in your first position, going to be trying to bring it home. He has led, I believe, if I'm correct, maybe 150 plus laps here tonight, if not every single one. Running, I believe it's going to be a natural green, white. No, it won't. We're going to be going over into NASCAR overtime here tonight. And if you guys don't know, NASCAR overtime, green, white checkers, I believe this league has 3 of them. Correct me if I'm wrong.
You're not.
Should be 3 green, white checkers, meaning, let's say when they go green, they have 1 lap to be able to go back around and take the white flag.
I will say this. I have faith in this league. And
I do too.
We are only going to need 1 green, white checker. Jackson Carr, Peter Terrio, and David Lofano are going to
David
put
Hare was
on...
doing an EOL. Interesting.
Oh, no. Well, I was going to say Hare as well, but unfortunately he gets an EOL.
But, again, natural green... It won't be a natural green white checker. I don't know what I'm thinking. It's okay. But, yeah, let's say when they go green, they have 1 lap to get around past that start finish line where they are right now. We are in our first green white checker, so pace car lights are up, everybody's double filed up, getting ready to rock and roll. If they do not make it 1 more lap once they go green, they'll rack it up and try it again. And in this league we don't have that problem often, but it's good to have that safety net sometimes. So definitely gonna be interesting. And that's how I think of it. It's a safety net to help out some drivers. But if you overuse that safety net, then, well, the race will end under caution if they cannot re-rack it up and go down 1 lap to do it.
With 3 to go.
I'm putting in 98% of my faith in this league.
That's fair. That's very fair. With 98 to go in the My Dog Cheech 200.
98.
I'm sorry, 3. My bad. Jackson Carr in the 5.7. He's got to hold off this 6 machine. I'm telling you right now, Peter Terrio is not going to lay down and die with 2 to go.
Inside line, that 8 car is going to be trying to run that inside line of that 1 car. 7 car in the wall back there. Will that bring out the caution?
No,
it does not. We make it down past the white flag is out. Final lap. 1 car's gonna be making it on the inside of that 6 car. Gonna be battling it. Gonna be going on the inside. 57 car is still your race lead. Gonna be battling it out back there behind. 6 and 1 car gonna be battling out with that 8 car. Definitely gonna be a lot of battling back behind there. Ooh, 6 car gets turned a little bit.
Oh no!
Ooh, keeps it straight. 8 car is gonna be finishing 2nd. With Lil Peters finishing 3rd. And they're wrecking behind
them, yeah. I mean, that was pretty...
We gotta watch that between the 6 car.
The 8 is gonna grab that second spot. The 6 car, unfortunately, got a little bit loose there coming
You want
to
to watch
the
that
line.
back? 6 car, you want to watch that back?
Yeah.
I think there might have been more there. There might have been more there. I have a feeling there was.
Yeah, let me actually rewind this a little bit.
I feel like there's more there.
There very well may have been.
Yes, I think there was. I don't know. It's hard to tell.
Hang on. 6 is gonna go up high. The 1's gonna dive down low. I don't know. It was very close.
I feel like there's going to be some tension between that 6 car and 1 car.
The 6 has always, put on a little bit of an aggressive block, but that's part of racing.
It is what I thought it was, yes.
The 1 got into him.
That's what I thought happened, but I didn't want to call it until I saw it.
Yeah, the 1 got into him, but you know
what?
You can't, I don't know. You can't
racing
falter.
deal. I say last lap racing deal is how I say it.
The 6 was aggressively blocking. The 1 was going for position. It is what it is. That's part of racing. So Jackson Carr is going to win it tonight. David Lofano the third. Lilith Peters is going to grab third. Let's go ahead and grab third place, Lilith Peters, if we can.
Lilith Peters, this is Emily and Cliff in the booth. You got a copy.
Hello.
Crazy finish, should I say. Being able to pull a third out there tonight. Getting an altercation with that 6 car, but again, last lap racing, fully understandable. What was going through your mind that last couple laps, I guess?
Well, I saw him overdrive turn 4 the previous lap. I was like, all right, well, at least I got a run. I'll take it. He blocked. I held the line as best I could. I don't think we made contact. And then coming to that last corner, I mean, I had to hit my line. He just blocked. I don't know.
Nope. Yeah, definitely a good run out of you. Being able to bring it home third. Still, I believe after this, you still should be in first for the playoffs.
Yeah, it's already clinched, I think.
Yes. Definitely an interesting track, 200 laps. Any sponsors, friends, family you'd like to thank? Or Cliff, you got something to say?
No, I don't. Woo!
Yeah. Well, I enjoyed racing with Peter and a couple of others before that, like earlier in the race. I had some fun racing tonight. Obviously didn't mean for it to end in altercation, but I'm not really supposed to do anything else if I get blocked like that, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I would like to thank Jeremy and Kaiju Cat Motorsports, primary sponsors, Luna Steak Sauce. You can get that at foxfirefoods.com. I think this is... I've gotten an interview pretty much every race, so I'm glad I can help him out.
You are. You're absolutely killing it.
I've been in the booth every race. I can't say last week because I wasn't here, sadly.
Yeah, you're absolutely killing it. We talked about it earlier in the race where last season you were just kind of part-time and you just came in and won a handful of races, and we knew that you were going to be a name to be reckoned with. And here you are, your next season, running for a championship and finishing third here tonight. Congrats. Hopefully next race we get to talk to you again on the podium, and well done. I don't know what else to say.
Thank you very much, guys. See you guys next week.
Absolutely.
That was Lilith Peters. We're gonna pull in our second place finisher, David Lorfano. Give me one moment while I get him in here.
David, Cliff, and Emily in the booth. You got us?
Yeah, I got you.
Interesting, going from fourth to second in that last little lap. What was going through your mind those last couple of laps, and your field strategy between that too, because I know you guys were gonna be short if that caution didn't come out.
Yeah, I had pitted a
Well,
little
I
bit.
know you were good, but
Yeah, I pitted a little bit later, so I knew I was good. I was hoping to see it go green to see if they were going to be able to make it, or if they had to stop for a splash of fuel. But it didn't work out that way. We all got put on equal tires. But yeah, those last few laps, that last green light checkered, I knew something was going to happen there with the six and the oh shoot, sorry, Lilith Peters, whatever number she is. Knew something was going to happen there. I see, coming down the backstretch on the white flag lap, the six put a huge block on Lilith, and then I see the six go around that I just set to the outside, tried to avoid it all, and it paid off. So I guess no one was touching the 57 of Jackson tonight. He was just on a rail. So to come home with a P2 behind him, I'll take that.
oh yeah, definitely a fast car out here tonight. You were in the lead a couple times. Do you have any, Cliff? Do you have anything to say to him tonight?
No, just a huge hats off to David. One, for finishing second here tonight. Two, for being a huge part of what makes the All-American Racing League a success. To you and your admins. I really appreciate you guys, and thankful for you for bringing your racing to the Sim Racing Media Network, and we appreciate that, and congrats to P2.
Yeah, man, thanks. I mean, we bust our butts, trying to make sure this is a good, successful league. Takes a lot of commitment, a lot of time, a lot of money to make this happen. So you're not going to please everybody. But that's just the way it goes with any league that I've ever been a part of. It happens. So we try our best, but it's good thing we got going here. A lot of good drivers here. We all try to work together, so it's been good.
Yeah, no doubt, and we appreciate you guys. Awesome league, great to have you broadcast. Congrats again to P2. We'll send you back to celebrate, and hopefully we get to see you in the end of this thing, contending for a championship.
Yeah, I'm hoping so too. I got to give a shout out to Nathan Christensen. I know he was battling Jeremy Flanagan there at the end. He needed to finish in front of Jeremy to lock a spot into the playoffs, and I believe he did that tonight. So congrats to him, and congrats to Jackson and Lilith here on the podium, and we'll go get them next week at Indy and start the playoffs.
Yeah, right on. Thank you. And huge shout out to him. We'll grab our leader here just a second, but just to point out what he's talking about, the top 12 here tonight is the cutoff. So we will come back next week with our top 12 in the playoffs and fighting for a championship here tonight. So don't miss that next week, same time, same channel, right here on Sim Racing Media. And we'll grab our race winner, Jackson Carr.
I do not see him.
No, we actually won't do that, will we? Well, I'll tell you what. Unfortunately, Jackson Carr is not available for an interview, but congrats to him for winning in that 57 machine. Probably had to deal with some stuff, just a reminder to everyone at home, we are in a virtual world, and everybody at home has their own thing going on. But the real winner here tonight is going to be Cheech. Cheech sponsored the race tonight, and it was a great race. And Jackson Carr won the race, and we will go on next week to Indianapolis here with the AARL Truckers Feed America Cup Series, and we will have a great playoff. Unfortunately,
there we go. We got Jackson Carr in the booth now.
See, you waste enough time and he jumps in. Jackson, how are you, man?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Congrats on the win. I'm doing great. That 5-7, dominant tonight. Take us through your race.
I practiced a little bit this week. This is my home. Oh, jeez. This is my hometown track. So it always is good to win here. I had a little incentive to try a little bit harder there.
Hometown?
Not hometown. It's about 35 minutes away.
Close enough.
Fair.
Close
I live
enough.
like 10 minutes away, so fair.
You and Emily have some stuff in common.
I was like, hold on, home track, hold up.
Not home track, but there's not a lot of big tracks near me, so this is the one near me. So I'll take it. I mean, it was more of an endurance race. I had a lot of short run speed, a lot of long run speed.